Hi, y'all. I um I want you to know that a cover page sets the tone for a proposal, right? When you're putting your proposal together, first of all, I want to know if you can hear me. That's first before anything. Um, but tonight we're going to talk about a really cool tool that you can use that's called Canva. And when you're putting a proposal together, you want to put a cover page on that proposal because it makes you look very organized and well put together. Now, you're going to use this strategy when you are putting RFPs together. So, an RFP is a request for proposal. The RFQs, those are just pricing. So, hi, Marcus. Nice to see you. Thanks for tuning in. All right, you can hear me because I have a little bit of a history of making videos, but no sound. So that's good. But a couple things. So professionalism, brand identity, and clarity. You really get to shine when you put a cover page on your RFP. It just makes you look more organized and well put together. So I'm going to show you how you can use Canva. It's literally a free tool. Okay, so I picked one proposal that has a theme. And first, let me share my screen before I do anything else. All right. I literally love this tool. It's the easiest way so it's called for you to put a company cover letter together. So it's called canva.com. Now I have the premium membership, which you don't need it. Okay. You can use the free membership and still be able to create a successful cover page, right? And I picked a proposal. What I did was I went on sam.gov and I just picked a proposal that we can create a cover page for. It just ended up to be Purina military dog food, right? Simple enough. The dog's got to eat on the base too. So if I was going to bid on this and put a cover photo together, like a cover page, this is exactly how I would do it. And I found one that was really cool. So I would come to Canva and I would click the home button. Like I said, it's free. You don't have to pay for anything. If you decide to pay the premium or the subscription, that's totally on you because some things are locked, but you don't need to have an actual subscription. So I would come here and I would type in military dogs. And I found a really cute one, which is this one over here. This one. So when you click on it, it gives you the option to customize a template, right? So we're going to be able to change the color on all of this, all the writing. We're going to be able to add information. I mean, there's so many things that we're going to be able to change. And so we're going to click customize this template. And now we have the option to do whatever we like. And this is not, do you see this little crown right here where it says brand? That's the pro version. Sometimes you can't use certain tools if you don't have the pro version, but I think it's $14.99 a month, and that's really not that bad for the easy way that you can use it, right? So let's look at some information about this bid really quick. And if I was bidding on this, I would look at some general information. Obviously, we know it's for dog food. Place of performance is New York. Oh, this is what I'm looking for right here. So I'm going to add all the information like Stephanie Bridgewater, things like that. Canva's easy to use. There's customizable templates and it makes you look organized. So that's really why I enjoy Canva. So first thing I would do, if you can see this purple square, that's what I'm trying to change. Now, anything in my company is not green. Like my brand identity, DD Logistics, is purple and white. So I wouldn't necessarily use this because it's not really keen to my company, right? I want to stick with colors that are like that match my company. So right here, I'm going to come over to color And we're going to search something that's more my company, right? We're not going to use like a lime green. We're going to use a purple because, DD Logistics really stands out with the purple and the white. And if you look at my website, you can see that my brand has no green. So I love the canine here. Obviously, military dogs a lot of the times are canine. So that's fantastic. What I'm going to do too is I'm going to go to uploads. You have a side tab that you can use here. Left side, brand, text, elements, design. You're going to come to uploads. And what I'm going to do is now a lot of my stuff is saved. See, this is my logo right here. It's black, white, and purple. So that only makes sense, right, for me to use the colors of my company. And you can see that I've made a lot of cover pages in my day. All of these are based off my cover pages. I'm looking for my logo. Oh, okay, here it is. Okay, so I'll grab my logo and just size it down. Now this is very friendly, like very easy to use. I just hover over, delete, and go from there. So first thing I'm going to do is put my logo here. Top right corner, boom. We want to get rid of this writing, but I think I'm going to keep the white because it actually pops out, right? And I really like that. So one thing I would add on here right away is the RFP number, which is, it's one of these two, this one right here. So anything that you're responding with, you'll be utilizing that number. Not necessarily the NAICS code, but we're going to use, we're going to go general information. Yeah, we're going to use this. We're going to use the notice ID because when you get the award for this contract or any questions that you have, you're going to be referring to that number, right? So what you're going to do is now you see you can move it around. You're like fully in control. Okay, you can make it smaller, you can make it bigger if you don't want it to take up the whole page. So I'm just going to double click it and it's all going to turn blue. Once it does that, I'm just going to hit delete and it deletes everything. So now you are in full control on what you can do within the platform, right? So, all right, this is the notice number. So we want to have this somewhere on there to help them understand that we know what the notice number is. This should be on your proposal more than once, the actual RFP number, because you're going to use that to apply. If you had questions, you would put this in the subject line of your email. So you want to make sure that that's there. Another thing, RFP for Purina military dog food. That should be somewhere on there as well so that they know that you have an understanding on what you're bidding on, right? And I know it seems like self-explanatory, but there's certain things that you want to add so that the government knows that you're paying attention. Plus, we want to make it look professional as well. So at some point, let's see, you see how easy this is to use, like just dragging it here and putting it there. You can even change the font. So up here, once you double click it, there's a whole bunch of fonts that you can choose from in the left-hand corner. And you can switch it to bold. You can use new standard. I mean, you can use script. There's so many different ways to be able to really do this and make it look fantastic, which I really love. So you can use that. All right, so we'll keep it simple. We'll do that. Okay, so if you wanted to add something that wasn't there, you would just hit add a text box and that pops up right here. You can make it bigger, smaller. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my information. I'm going to put my first name, you know what, I'm going to put my company name. All right, we'll put all the information on there that, includes essential details that when they see this, it really stands out to them. Like, wow, this is all her information. She's paying attention. She knows her point of contact. I'm going to add the contracting officer's information on here too. So I'll put a phone number. That's huge because if they need to get a hold of you in your proposal, if they wanted to call instead of email, they have that option, right? And I'm going to add my email as well. So a lot of good information is going to go on here that the contractor is going to be able to see. We'll put USA.com. And now just think, if you had a different theme like shipping containers, lawn mowing, there's so many templates that you can use that are very similar to what you're bidding on, which is why I love Canva. So cool. All right. I'm going to put the NAICS code here. And what was the NAICS code on dog food? Was it 333? No, it was 3 right here. Dog and cat food manufacturing. So I'm going to use this number and put that on the proposal. Oh, you're a paid user? That's a good thing. Yes, you want to have Marcus, I know you were talking about your proposals, and I'm going to make a video for you. The master class is coming out July 24th. It's at 11 a.m. via Zoom. Right now, there's 9 spots left, but I'm going to be putting a proposal together in a video. And there's other ones, if you scroll back into my page, that show you, how to put a proposal together. One of them is from the Yosemite Valley RFP. And that one's very helpful too, but I'm going to do an updated one. And the master class will go over RFPs and RFQs as well. So you're going to add, what were we adding? We were adding the NAICS code. What state are you guys from? Put your state in the chat, please. Because I want to start going over some more portals of people who are in different states. I'm from Buffalo, New York, so I want to know where everybody else is from. Marcus, I know you're a West Coast. I'm from the deuce, the foe, the 6 to 8 to 9. I'm from the deuce. All right. Okay. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank. I want to put something else there, but for now, we'll just leave that. We have to get the information of the contracting officer because I want her information on there too. All right, Stephanie Bridgewater. We're going to take her name. And this is just basically showing her that we're paying attention. When we put this as our cover page, like, okay, well, she knows who her point of contact is. We're basically showing them that we understand the assignment, right? And I'm going to show you one that I have. All right, her name is Stephanie Bridgewater. And this is just a random proposal that I took off of, oh, there's a secondary contact as well. I took this off sam.gov. It's not something I'm posting or bidding on. I'm just using it for temporary for this video. All right, that's her information. Now, does she give us a phone number? Probably not. A lot of the times they won't give you a phone number because they don't want you calling their phone. That's one thing they don't want. All right, so we won't put her phone number or any of that. It might be in the SF1449, but we're not going to open all those documents right now. And another thing that I like to do, right, is Chat GPT. I like to look up a quote that is based on dogs, like something that shows that you have a personality. You know what I mean? I think that that's a good idea. Usually, what I do in the bottom left corner down here is I'll put something that's focusing on dogs. Like, all right, I'll prompt Chat GPT and I'll say, give me 5 quotes about canine dogs and how they enjoy eating on their spare time. Oh, not spare time. on their own time. So one that came up was a canine doesn't rush his meals. He eats when the mission is done and the pack is safe. So that's a good one to put there because this is for military dogs and it just shows them, that you're being creative. Canines know timing is everything, even dinner. First duty, then chow. Like I would put that one there. This is a good one too. Canines aren't picky eaters; they're purposeful ones. Focused first, then fed. So I would put that down there. Just to be honest, like I would put something down there that makes it look like you're creative. You have some kind of personality because you have to think about it. A lot of these contracting officers cannot see you unless you come to a pre-meeting, a pre-bid meeting, and your video's on. You have to show how you can be yourself and show personality within your proposal. Marcus, if you already have Canva, you're one step. If you're a paid member, you're one step ahead. You are one step ahead because they have some pretty good ones. Yeah, focus first, then fed. All right. So I'll put that somewhere down here in the corner, expand it, like literally one of the easiest tools to use. We'll just put it down here in the corner. Just shows that I think it shows that you have personality. I want to pull up my other one. All right, so here, I think that this should come down and the RFP right here should come up. Another thing that should be there is the deadline, so that they know that you understand you cannot miss the deadline, right? So, do we have a deadline? All right, we have a solicitation. We'll have to go up here. The offers were due. Oh, it's updated. So they were due on July 1st. They're now due on July 14th. So 4 days at 9 a.m. That needs to be on there too. I think I'm going to get rid of this for now. Yeah, this is a great platform to utilize for bids. All right, we'll get rid of that really quick. And then from here, what was it, July 14th? July 14th, 9 a.m. And then I'll just put deadline. Like, it looks good already. You know what I mean? The logo's in the corner. Now, this blue right here, I think I'm going to leave that. I'm not going to mess with that too much because it's helping the white really stand out, which I like. So we'll move this over. Oh, you know what's missing here? My website. I swear I would use this on a proposal. I'm literally showing you how to use Canva as if I was bidding on this project, right? I would also add some information here too. I would just put at the top, I would put, would I put bidder? So I'm the person who's bidding. And then for her name, I would put contracting officer. I'm going to show you guys another one that I made that I really love on a proposal. And then we'll put CO. Right? So we got that. We'll put that to the side. And then we got this right here. This is one of the projects that I worked on. I actually sent this proposal in. These are all the documents that went with it. All right, so cover page. This is one that I've actually used on a project that I love, right? So this one, oh yeah, that's what I forgot was logos and certifications. So you see, I kind of did something similar here. What I did was, this was for moving soil in Yosemite Valley and concrete. So I put a bulldozer there. I put my company information, my certifications. Now on SAM.gov, people think that you have to be certified in the state, but whatever you register in SAM.gov, like minority owned, women owned, veteran owned, you don't have to be certified if you put that in your SAM.gov application. So that's why those two are there. Even here, I put my own, we handle the heavy lifting so you don't have to. And then the contracting officer's name, that's what I forgot. My motor carrier number, NAICS code, we put that in there, UEI and cage code. And this helps you to be found on sam.gov. So this was one that I used in um, a previous one. I really like this one. This was Canva as well. Sure was. All right, so, all right, let's do that again. Okay, so I'll put my cage code. What else? The NAICS was on there. UEI, they no longer use a DUNS number, so we don't need that. But we'll take all of this. Oh, my MC number was on there too, so I probably should add that as well. I added my MC there, my motor carrier number, because it was similar to a transportation contract. All right, so we got that copy and pasted. Those are two things that they definitely want to see, because that makes me easier to be able to look my company up and in sam.gov. And if you make a mistake, there's two arrows up here. You can always go back and undo your mistake, which I really like that too, just in case. All right, so let's move that out of the way. I'm definitely keeping this white. I might change the font, but I'm not too focused on that right now. I want to get all this information in here. And then I should prop this up, and I'm going to make it bigger. Right? Now we still got to bring Stephanie over here, so we don't want to do too much, right? We don't want to make it too big. And then in my offer, instead of bidder, I don't know, I'm going to keep bidder. So we'll keep that there. So this is looking pretty good to me. I'm going to leave the blue alone, like I said. So then we have the contracting officer's information, and there's probably more information for her, but I'm not going to go through the entire SF 1449. I am going to change the font on her information to make it stick out more. And I literally have so many options to choose from when it comes to changing the font. I like that one, but it's a mess. I like the cursive writing, but it always seems like it never works out. It's just too like jumbled up all over the place. So once I get my information on the page, what I start doing is moving things around, seeing where I want to set things. Like right here, everything looks a mess. Like to me, that looks like it's very stacked. I'm thinking about what color I can put here to make that stand out, or should I leave it here, right? So, yep, keep it simple, right? So we'll put this there, and then we'll move some of her information over here. And I'm going to switch this. But I like to get all my information on the page first and then start moving things around. I might make this a little bit smaller. And I have to see if this contract asks for any certifications. So, all right. dog and cat food. So it's for New York. This is actually due in, is it 4 days? I'm actually gonna, oh, this is an amendment. That's a change. Those are probably all of the questions going out. It doesn't say anything about set asides. Solicitation. Wow, there's a lot of documents on here. Whoa. Holy. Um, okay, all of these are amendments. The first five are answering the questions. They want the brand name. Yeah, that's why I wasn't going to open the documents. It's just so much going on. I was looking for a set aside because if they were looking for someone who was women owned small business, I would put that logo there. Or if they were looking for someone, but another thing I would do with this is I would add my capability statement because my updated capability statement shows that I've won work in New York State. I actually just won a $300,000 contract in New York State. So when I put my capability statement up there, it will show that I'm familiar with working in the New York State area because right here it shows the place of performance. Place of performance is New York, New York. So this is a federal contract and sam.gov is free. So y'all stay tuned for that too because I'm definitely coming out with a video for sam.gov. So simple, straight to the point. We'll get rid of this down here. So yeah, is there any questions? Like I said, you can utilize it to be free. This is something simple, like like Marcus said, keep it simple. You don't want to move too many things around or add too many things. It's just a cover page to for brand identity, professionalism. A cover page sets the tone for the entire proposal, like the whole thing. They see that first and they're like, okay, this is like a well packaged, put together proposal. So a lot of people say things like, don't judge a book by its cover, but the government's going to judge a book by its cover. They're definitely going to judge you by a cover, which is why you need a cover page, right? So I wanted to show you Canva because it is so easy to use. And this, I promise you, I would attach this right to my proposal. Yep, I sure would. I sure would. So um, there's other ones that I have as well. I showed you the one from Yosemite Valley. If you have certifications, add them. Put a logo right here. Like, let's see. Like, yeah, there's so many that I've bidded on and that I've created. But yeah, I like it. It's simple, straight to the point. You can add more, you can take things away, add certifications. Either way it goes, it's just a really cool tool to use. All right, let's look at home. I'm gonna, let's see. Some of these might look familiar to you, right? Yeah, I do presentations on here and everything. I mean, I love Canva. Trying to show you some ones that I prepared. Oh, is this one? Oh yeah, okay. So this one right here, what I did was, why wouldn't it let me open it? Oh, because I selected more than one. This one right here, I put in an envelope bid with a subcontractor. So what happened here was, not only did I add my company, I actually added the subcontractor as well. So I didn't only put myself, I made it very clear that I'm subcontracting the work. We're going to middleman it out. And this company right here is who I'm going to work with. Right. So I put the point of contact over here. Once again, you can see that everything is purple. That is my brand identity. I don't really want to create things, cover pages that don't really match my website or my logo. It doesn't really make sense for me. So um, once again, another quote at the bottom. Like, I'm all about quotes. Delivering professionalism one letter at a time, women owned, minority owned, and this was a envelope bid. So Atlantic Envelope gave me a price. I put a margin on top of the price, and I also talked about the quantity. They were looking for 73K yearly, a little bit over 6,000 a month. Talked about shipping. So this is another good cover page, right? So you really want to focus on being organized and clear, because if things are all over the place with your proposal, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to win, right? You're not going to win. It's going to be a mess, and it's just not going to look okay. So thank you, Marcus. I appreciate you being here. I really do. Thank you for also subscribing. I'm looking forward to our conversation on the 16th. Was it? All right, let me see if I could. I'm going to pull up something else and show you this too. Is this it right here? Yeah, so this is more stuff that I did with Canva. So I showed you this cover photo. This was one of my, okay, yeah, I want to zoom out some. I also did a company overview on this project, and it was just to explain the competitive advantages that I had, that I'm a freight broker. One thing, if you have a professional photo that you love, or even if it's just like a little bit out of date, that's okay too. Add it to your proposal, because a lot of contracting officers, like I said, they can't see you, and your personality is in your face and in your brand. So you want to be able to, not saying that it has to be like the whole page, right? But make it so you're able to be seen. They're going to search your website, they're going to search your LinkedIn, right? But if you post a picture there, it makes it more like, hi, I'm Deborah Smith. I'm the owner of DD Logistics. How are you? It's just more of a way to be professional. So I added my photo there. I talked about like route planning, specialized equipment. Now, this one has a lot, right? There's a lot of words here, a lot going on, but I still wanted to add it because it expressed who I was. This was all done through Canva too. She wanted to know the equipment. In the proposal, you couldn't have any Mack trucks that were under the year 2023. So I was like, okay, well, I'm going to show pictures. These are the subcontractors' pictures. These aren't even my trucks. The subcontractor sent me these photos and was like, okay, well, if we can't use anything under 2023, let's show them my fleet. And he sent me these. And then there was some past performance. Once again, Canva. Super easy to use. Just put his past performance in the middle, some photos that I asked him for. And it's funny too, because inside of the proposal, they were asking for us to move 20 cubic yards of concrete, but the concrete wasn't crushed up yet. So somebody had to come through with an excavator, crush up the concrete, break it into pieces, and then the bulldozer had to come through, scoop it up, move it to the dump truck, and follow the route. And he had the perfect picture. So he already had past performance on what they were asking for. So it was good that he was able to share all these photos with me. Then I put the past performance in the middle. So multiple different ways that you can use Canva inside of a proposal. And y'all know I'm just being honest. I talked about this in Kizzy's video. This was the first bid I had ever put together. I lost, but this is the one that had a really good debrief. That's the one that I was talking about. She was able to come back and tell me like, hey, here's all the things that you did wrong. Here's all the things that you did right. And it turned out to be a blessing. Right? So All right, this is what we came up with. We left some information down here. I didn't even see that. I think I moved it out of the way. But yes, all right, guys, like, share, stay tuned. I go live every night at 9 o'clock. If you don't see me at 9 o'clock, then you will see a video posted in my channel the next day. So I don't know what I did there, but this was quick, easy, simple. If you have Canva, utilize it. Think about the theme of the contract before you start to put a cover page together. Like if it's for lawn services, go into like if it was a lawn services contract, I would go into lawnmowers. Guarantee you something's going to pop up, right? Look, whole bunch. The ones that have little crowns next to them, those are pro. That's where you have to pay. But look at all the ones that don't. This one doesn't have a crown. This one doesn't have a crown. Those are all free templates. Like you don't always, these are free. You don't always have to pay. You can utilize the free version, right? Because you're trying to hit a contract. You're trying to get to that money. You don't want to spend things or spend money on things that one, you're not really using, and two, have a free version until you see visually that, okay, I might have to, like Chat GPT, I pay for that because I use it a lot in my proposals. And if you don't, you only get a 10 prompt limit per day. And then you can't use it again for the next 24 hours. And that doesn't make sense for me. Like I'm bidding all the time. So I need Chat GPT. I need Canva. I also use it for thumbnails, not just bidding, but a lot of these are free. So use it for what it's for, okay? I'm glad I was able to go over that. Let's look at containers. This is a good one. I would definitely use this one right here, the orange one. That's a really good one. I would use this too. We create efficient economic solutions based on innovative technology. I love Canva. I will always stick by it. So, all right, let's see. Part of me wants to do another one. Yeah, 16th at noon because I am Eastern Standard Time. So I have to remember that. I have to remember that. All right, so let's look. This one is an interesting contract. Y'all see what I mean when I say the government literally buys everything? They buy everything. Like, who would think that the government spends money on dog food, right? Like, that's a very rare ask. Like, I remember one time I seen something where they were looking for someone to shave a sheep, I think. I always talk about that one because I'm like, the government spends money on shaving sheep? Like, what? Never heard of that before. Um, let's look at lawn care. Oh, you know what I wanted to ask you, Marcus? What industry are you in? That's what I wanted to ask you. What industry are you in, Marcus? And what is the name of your company? Yeah, see, if something was landscape, I would. Mm, there's really not a lot up there for landscape. What's something else like a service? Oh, janitorial. I guarantee you there's like so many up there for janitorial or even cleaning products. Yeah, janitorial has a lot of good ones. Like I would use something like this for sure. This is a good one. Even if you're putting a janitorial project together, this is a good one. What I would do is I'm so serious. I would put my face right there or right here. And I would leave all the equipment and I would put my face here. where this is, I would put my brand and I would just start moving things around. Y'all know I would change this to purple, change this to white, and make it all my own. But even if all right, let's see. There's this one photo I really love. It is right here, right? And will it let me get it in there? Oh, it did. I love that. Yep, it let me put my face right here. So in my cover photo for this bid, I would put my face there because your capability statement doesn't have your face. This way you wouldn't have to put in a company overview. Let me stop sharing really quick. I own an audio and visual company, live sound event, lighting, DJ, and photo booth services. My company name is Maximum SPL LLC. We also do LED walls. That's fantastic. That's very different. Audio and visual company. Now, are you looking to bid like federal, or did you? I think you mentioned something about state live sound event. There's actually a lot of money in that NAICS code. I'm going to look that up really quick. What would that fall under? Audio and visual, right? Simple. See, like if, oh, I have to share my screen. Sorry. If I was to do something, you're using Canva for all of your like your flyers and stuff like that, Marcus? All right, let me look. I know that there's stuff up there for that. Um, yeah, there's a lot. I knew there was going to be a lot of cool stuff up here. White noise. Oh, that's a cool one. I like that one. Oh, it actually moves. Okay, excuse me. Yeah, these are all really cool. So think about it when you're putting a proposal together, you have to have a cover page. Okay, keep that in mind because you want to be able to not only show that you clarified the contract, but first impressions are everything. It sets you up for success and it gets your logo out there. They see your style, colors, helping your proposal stand out, helping your company stand out. If you have a website, which they're going to look up your website 9 times out of 10. If you don't have one, it's not that big of a deal, but your website should match your cover page. That's why I always turn things purple, and I fall under a few codes. Yeah, I feel like event wise, they spend like sound event and lighting, DJ booth, photo booth. Like, yeah, I know a couple agencies that spend a lot of their set aside funds on events. And events, all of that applies. LED, visual, audio. So y'all stay tuned because, well, first of all, thank you for joining me. I appreciate you. Do you have post your website, Marcus, in the comments so that people can visit, and I'm going to check it out as well. I want to say thank you for being here tonight. Like, subscribe. You can come back and comment, and you can hashtag replay, right? Whatever you are thinking that is good, think bigger. I will see you tomorrow at 9 p.m. But for now, if you're using a cover page, if you're not using a cover page, you should be. Okay, and use Canva if it's free or if it's the paid version, whatever works best for you. I just put together the most simple cover page within 45 minutes, not even. Okay, so use those in your proposal. You get a chance to really shine when you do that, and it's simple, it's easy. When you are running a business, you have a toolbox, right? And you can utilize all your tools to benefit you. That is the strategy. So put Canva in your toolbox so that you can put together the best proposals, okay? Stay tuned, 9 p.m. tomorrow, different topic. Whatever you are thinking that is good, think bigger. I will see you all soon. Bye.